last week you had got a caller from, he was a son of this like right-wing shock jock radio host, right?
Yep.
And the conversation centered around Jimmy Dore. And I kind of wanted to give my perspective on this. So I'm a microbiologist. I work for a hospital. We study SARS COV-2. I'm actually processing some samples right now. So I have like some of this subject matter knowledge for myself. Like I can sniff out at least when people are trying to, I guess, bullshit me, for lack of a better word, on these, these science issues.
All right.
So
Well, now wait a second. Wait a second. I need to ask you this question. Sure. Otherwise, I would be, just for full disclosure, you are processing some COVID-2 samples now. Is Bill Gates paying you?
He is not paying me, no.
Okay. And George Soros?
Not George Soros either.
How much of the Democratic Party has been in contact with you in the way that you'll be handling these samples?
Well, Nancy Pelosi keeps bothering me and my boomer parents to give her money.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Lots of all caps emails, I'd imagine. Yeah, right.
Don't give them your number.
I do work for a Jewish doctor, though, so...
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Okay, so I did want to so I actually used to be in the Jimmy Dore audience. And then, I noticed that this man plays fast and loose with, facts and so forth. I mean, we don't have to rehash all that. I've been to I've left the lab and gone to a live show before. But, once his narrative on, vaccination started to coalesce towards this sort of like anti-vax narrative. I mean, he had Dr. Malone on, and the interview was pretty scant on cold hard facts relating to like the molecular biology of the virus, or how knowledge of such virus or its infection, etc., should inform public policy. It was, a lot of it revolved around, this is a tyranny issue, blah, blah, blah. And then he's picked up this talking point, you can't vaccinate your way out of a pandemic, which does not make any sense. Anyway, I just want to let you know that there are plenty of people who see through his crap, and I do want to congratulate the Majority Report crew for being among the few in like the left blogosphere that's willing to criticize Jimmy Dore without pulling any punches.
I mean, what he's doing now is just like beyond despicable, it seems to me. I think before he was just peddling stupidity and laziness. But now I think that it's like, I think he tried to correct himself. He had Max Blumenthal on the other day, and he reversed himself on the question as to whether vaccines can diminish the transmittability, at least of the Delta. The irrefutable data is you're less likely to get it, and therefore you're less likely to transmit it if you're vaccinated. I think there is good reason to believe that it diminishes the time that you shed the infection, so that closes the window in which it's transmittable to other people, and it may be that you decrease it diminishes the load in you and makes it that much less transmittable too. Still can transmit it. Still can get it, still can be breakthrough infections, and particularly now, as I think depending on what variant and how long ago you got vaccinated, you may need a booster. But he knows this. Yes. Here's the thing: he knows this.
He knows. That's exactly right. It's not as though he's sloppy stupid. He knows what he's doing, and he is simply lying. It's pretty obvious. It's logical that if a person is vaccinated, their body produces antibodies. And if, for example, if they're vaccinated with even the mRNA vaccines, they code for only the spike proteins. So you get a monoclonal type of immunity. That's enough. Those antibodies will physically bind to spike protein such that they cannot bind to the ACE2 receptor. That means that the virus can replicate as well. It's already being targeted, it's alerting the immune system that there's an invader. It will shorten the window between which, you're shedding the virus. it'll lessen symptoms, just on and on and on. I mean, it's common sense, but it's borne out in the epidemiologic data. It's borne out in, test tube data in a laboratory. So you're right. This is not a matter of, Jimmy's like learning with the rest of us. He's simply lying. He is a liar.
Well, here's the thing. If I didn't understand a word that you just said, okay, I still could just simply look at the preponderance of the information out there. Or I could just say, I'm not going to talk about it. This is where the thing that's really despicable, what he's doing. He is looking at his videos and he is seeing where he gets the clicks. And he is saying, I can't say this. As dumb as this guy is, and as lazy as he is, and as addled as his brain may be by substance, he understands if monkey do this, monkey gets a treat. If monkey do that, monkey loses a treat. And he doesn't want to lose a treat. And that's basically it. He has constructed an audience that expects this type of stuff.
And you know where you can get more treats? You can go to his merch website, right? And you can buy Jimmy Dore related merch, including, as was just sent to me yesterday, now he's selling a plethora of Let's Go Brandon merch on his website. I'm not even joking. But sweatshirts, tote bags, T-shirts.
Right, but,
I mean, come on, though. That's the audience.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, it is.
Is that he's constructed an audience, and his audience is now leading him around by his pay. So, but I appreciate the call. And of course, I know that you will be receiving your check from George Soros or whoever it is.
Yes, thank you for not revealing the true nature of your funding on air, even though we asked you. You can withstand pressure.
Enjoy the private jet ride with Fauci.
Yes. Cheers. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate the call. There you go. I mean, good call.